Donald Trump is a cuck fascist.
My neighbors
So are you.
wanted Donald
That's why
Trump
you're walking
to win
away,
the nomination. At the end of our caucus, 2.5 hours later, after my husband and I were not given ballots, after people were told to leave, after our leaders refused to answer questions, we left with 3 delegates going to state supporting Cruz. I was so upset. On the ride home, I couldn't believe it. I thought, I really hope that in the rest of Colorado, all the other caucuses went great, because ours really didn't. I tried to contact the Colorado GOP. I sent emails, I called them, and never heard back. On Saturday, when the results from the state convention were released, I realized that what happened at my local caucus happened all over the state of Colorado. They took away our vote in August.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until Saturday that we realized the repercussions. And that's why we're here today. I am 28 years old. I have been voting for 10 years. For my entire adult life, the Republican Party has failed me. They make me so many promises, and then they never deliver. They don't care about me or my family. There's only one candidate who is not part of that system, and I'm going to vote for him. When he wins the primary, and in November, when he's on the ballot.
Thank you.
Said that we should protest the unjust results of the Colorado convention. I agreed with her and we set up a Facebook account to show up and protest in front of the GOP offices.
Take action!
The response was so enormous that we couldn't hold the protest there. We had to come here to the state capitol, where our voices would be heard. And we came here to tell the Colorado GOP that we are not satisfied with a system that does not listen to the voice of the people and gives special preference to party bosses, give delegate slots to those people who are already ensconced in the positions of power. We want a voice, we want a vote. This issue cuts across candidate support, it cuts across party lines. It doesn't matter if you supported Ted Cruz or John Kasich, Marco Rubio or Donald Trump. The fact is that the Colorado GOP establishment chose who your delegates would go for, not the people of Colorado. That is why we're here. That is why we are calling on the Colorado GOP to unbind the Colorado delegates and to hold a straw poll so that we can bind the results of the Colorado delegation to the will of the people of Colorado.
All right, who thinks I need a blowhorn? Did I hear you say before I come up? Stop the steal one more time.
Stop the steal!
What did they steal?
Oh!
Thank you.
Do a straw poll.
Okay, I'm not so good as to come up here without some notes. Aaron and Matt, thank you very much for hosting this event. I can't tell you how great it is that people are willing to stand up in this country and say, we're not going to take, that we're not going to let people take our vote away from us because they have their own idea of what they think is right. So I'd like to start by saying welcome to all of you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. I'd like to welcome anybody here who would like to have a vote. Anybody want to have a vote? Yeah! Did any of you get a vote? No! Why not? I came here today to tell you my story. I'm a supporter of a particular candidate, and I can't believe any of you have any idea who it is. But either way, I'm a Republican. I've been a lifetime Republican and a lifetime conservative. I have never crossed party lines on any vote in my life. At times I wanted to. Sometimes I refused to vote because I didn't like the person in my party, but I've never crossed party lines. I believe myself to be a Republican until last Saturday. Last Saturday, I found out I'm nothing. Guess what happened to my vote? I came here to talk about what happened on August 25th of last year. On August 25th of last year, a couple people got into a little room and they said, we know more about what we want than what the people of Colorado want. Do you agree? So what did they do? They stole our vote. But I also came to talk to you about what happened to me personally, because I think that's important to this whole story. This is the first time I've ever wanted to be involved in a Colorado political campaign, because I believe that our country needs a major change, that we need to make America great again. So me and my son, who's very educated on this process a lot more than I am, we went to the precinct caucus. It was so amazing that the establishment of Colorado, the Republican establishment, had known that they had weeded out power of the vote, that my precinct, I want you to listen to this carefully, my precinct only had 4 chairs because they didn't even think we would have 5 people show up for my precinct. But guess what? We had 15. 15 people from my precinct. And yet, we had 6 delegates to go to county. Only 4 people wanted to go. I was one of them. And I said I was a Trump supporter, and I said, why? And so a lady stood up, and she said, we need to get 3 more delegates to go so that we can stop this guy from going to county. Well, they got 1 more, but they didn't get 2, so I ended up going to county. This is a true story. I'm not making this up. So I go to county with my son. We had about 250 people there. Now, this is a true story, so I want you to listen carefully, because I'm a major in finance and I still haven't figured this one out. Right. Okay, we had 31 people running for the state convention. Our CD1 had 29 delegates to vote for. Okay, so I'm doing the math with me. 31 ran, 29 got to go. One of them was an alternate, and the alternate has to be the last in line. So technically there was only 30. Now out of the 30, 28 of them were Cruz supporters. 2 of us were Trump supporters. And I stood up in front of that crowd, and I wore my Trump hat, and I spoke with pride that I was one of the last speakers because my last name is Sutter. And I said, I stand up for Trump. I'm not shy. I like a person that says what he wants to say. He's not politically correct. So the vote comes out of 29 people. I end up being 6th alternate, and the other Trump supporter ended up being 7th. How the heck did we get 5 other people in there? Somebody help me out. This is a true story. I'm not making this up. Somewhere along the lines, and I will say this, and I hope he's listening today, the chair of CD1 was Raymond Garcia, who's running for House District. And I want everyone to know that Raymond Garcia sat there and told me right to my face he could not stand Trump and he wanted Cruz. So in conclusion, I support Matt and Aaron. I appreciate what they're doing here. I believe that our Republican Party, if they have any moral justice whatsoever,
They don't.
Nope.
We already found that
That we will
out.
call
They
for an
don't.
emergency straw vote and recast. Need I say more? Need I say more? Have an emergency straw vote, or we ask the RNC to nullify the votes from Colorado. My name is Jim Sutter, and I support the right to vote. Thank you.